How do you know when it's time to stop the reverse diet and get back into a cut? Watch this.
Next caller is Marta from Minnesota.
Hey, Marta. How can we help you?
Hey guys. I feel like I know you guys.
You do.
I hear you all the time.
Yeah. How you doing?
Thanks so much for everything you do. I'm great. I'm really excited for this opportunity, and just want to thank you guys for everything you do. It's very much needed, especially with my background. And I'll go into that too here quick. I'm about 5'4". I'm about 175, and I've already lost about 100 pounds naturally.
Wow. Awesome.
Thanks. I lost it doing low carb as I was type 2 diabetic, diagnosed with that back in 2019. And I have since reversed that with a combination of weight training and cardio.
Hell yeah. That's great.
I completed my first triathlon last year, and I'm now looking to compete in a physique competition. This is completely out of my comfort zone. I've been listening to you guys for a while, and I ran MAPS Anabolic twice last year. I was always doing more circuit type training, did that, and that's when I saw the most change, was not doing so much. I was consistently tracking my macros, keeping carbs between 50 and 100 grams, as I was a bit nervous with the type 2 diabetes being in remission. Fats are generally around 70 grams. Protein was always high, and calories were around 17 to 1800. I've been at that for a while and stuck with that for about a year and a half, and I didn't see much movement on the scale. I didn't want to cut more calories because I hear you guys, and that's pretty low already. I know the scale doesn't matter as much, but with about 30% body fat, I still have a lot of work to do. And I had been so stuck and thinking that I need to just jack up the calories a bit, as 1800 is not enough to really cut from. But I was nervous about that too, of course. Since I've eliminated cardio, maybe taking walks here and there, and I purchased MAPS Anabolic Advanced back in December, and I'm now going into phase 3 and see significant changes. I know you'd be happy to hear I've just heard more of the content and put my faith in and fear aside and just trusted the process, as you guys say all the time, and went from 1800 to 2300 calories while doing Anabolic Advanced.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So protein is between 150, 200. Carbs went up at about 170, and fat are always between 70 and 100. I'm currently in the deload week, and I'm now going into phase 3, and I feel great. I'm stronger. My hormones are really balanced. I feel in great health and shape right now. At this point, I'm looking for how to get leaner from where I am. This would be a big change for me. I'm between the same 3 to 5 pounds during this process, which is great because I feel strong and I'm getting good sleep and everything you guys reference. I feel great. I'm just not sure how to start cutting. I really need to build my legs because the triathlon training and running and all that really messed those up with all the cardio I did. And I just want to get into competition physique. And I'm not sure where to go at this point, being in the place I was, extreme overweight, disease, and everything else, to now. I was looking at MAPS aesthetic, but then heard that I should do performance first. But I'm looking for the hard sculpted physique now. And this is my first time doing it. I'm nervous, I'm scared, and I'm just kind of looking at you guys for a little advice, being that I was in one extreme and now I'm going to the other. So
Marta, you're doing great.
Amazing.
You have continued to make better and better and better choices along this entire journey. I think you've come full circle as far as like where I'd want you to be. So where you're at right now, mindset, the way you're training right now, the way you're eating right now is where we need to be. We can interrupt the current like calorie intake with mini cuts, but you're nowhere near right now where I want you to be if you were a client and you said you wanted to compete at one point. And the reason why, and I'm sure you've heard me say this, that the real work is done in the off season, not in the cut for the show. Well, all the hard work is in building the muscle, building the metabolism to get us ready to cut for a show. And your intuition was right. Being at 18, even being 2,300 calories, it's just too low of calories to say, hey, let's do a show in November and let's start getting ready for it right now. Bad idea. Right now, you want to continue doing what you've kind of done right now, which is, and by the way, to have cut out cardio, to have increased to 2,300 calories, and to not have put on any body fat, and to be getting stronger, you have done a ton in that short period of time. I just want you to keep doing that. I want us to keep going in that direction. And again, if you want to see a little bit of movement on the scale down or whatever, okay, I might let you go, okay, we're going to do a cut for 3 weeks. So we'll reduce calories back down to 1,800 for 3 weeks, and then I want to go back up. Now this time when we go up, we're going to go up to 2,400 calories. And I'm going to keep you at 2,400 calories for a while until you start to talk to me like this again, and I'm going to go, okay, let's go cut for about 2 or 3 weeks again so you can feel it and see that. And then, okay, now let's go up to 2,500 calories. And I'm going to keep playing that game with you until we are at a place where your metabolism is roaring. You're eating so much food, you're looking back at me going, Adam, I can't even eat all this food. And you feel strong, and the scale hasn't gone up at all during this whole process. That's where we want to be, well in that place for a while before we even say, okay, here's a date for when I want to get ready to try and
Marta,
compete.
what are you looking to accomplish by doing this competition? Is it because you like to train for a target or a goal? Is it that you like to work towards something?
I've always admired the muscular physique. I mean, as far back as I can remember, just the work that goes into it is something I was never capable of doing. My mind wasn't in it, being 100 pounds overweight and
You're doing it.
developing
You're doing it right
and
now, Marta.
You're doing it. Listen,
It's just such a challenge for me.
No,
you're doing it right now.
Competing won't do that for you.
No.
If you get in a competition right now, it's going to send you in the opposite direction.
You're doing it already right now.
Yeah.
You are doing exactly what if you hired me to get you ready to compete and I had no time, you just said, Adam, we're building towards this long-term goal to compete one day. This is the process, what you're doing. What you're doing right now is the process to do that. This is the hard work. You are building muscle. You're building you're kicking ass right now.
If you jump too fast, if you jump the gun too fast, you're going to
backfire.
You're going to backfire. Everything's going to go backwards, and you're going to send your body in too much stress. Potentially, could cause more issues with your blood sugar. Believe it or not, because of the low calorie, the training, the stress can actually cause metabolic issues as well. I wouldn't compete right now. I would do what Adam said. And if you want to compete, if you're really interested in some kind of a competition, what's probably going to give you better results, even in terms of getting a hard physique, would be a powerlifting competition, not a competition where you get on stage and you extreme diet. I would rather see you do powerlifting than physique. And if you still want to do physique, I would do what Adam said and just slowly. You're moving in such a good direction. Trying to compete now you would throw a wrench in the whole thing.
Right. And I debated that, because I'm just getting started with everything, but it's just something that, it's a challenge for me. I see it as a good thing, that I'm able to put in the work to do that and show myself,
You are.
Well, you know what's
I just saw we just saw your before and afters and what your progress pics right now. Like you're fucking killing it.
Yeah. You know what's happening right now is you feel so good.
Yeah.
You're on fire. You've already tackled the biggest hurdles, which is losing 100 pounds and beating type 2 diabetes. Not a lot of people can do that or say that they've done that. So you feel so good. You're like, all right, I'm ready for the
what's
next. Yeah. And what you don't want to do is jump the gun and throw a wrench into the whole machine. Keep moving in this direction, and you're crushing and just bask in this amazing feeling that you have right now where you feel balanced and strong and rested and healthy. You don't need to push your body beyond what you're doing now. It's not going to get you there faster. It'll actually slow things down and maybe even cause a reversal. And like I said, if you want that competition, because I know you did a triathlon before, it's, this to me, I had clients like this where they like to have a target. You'd be much better served doing a powerlifting competition than you would a stage presentation competition. So if you need to sign up for something, find a local powerlifting competition. I'll send you Maps Powerlift, and you can follow Maps Powerlift. By the way, through that process of following Maps Powerlift with a slow reverse diet, you're going to build more muscle and get better shape than if you were to start.
Metabolism's going to go crazy.
Yes, than you would if you were going to enter into a physique competition.
Another good goal for us to have, if you want goals, is the goal is to get to 2,800 calories without putting weight on the scale. And the way you do that is by doing what you're doing right now. And then every once in a while, interrupt it with a small cut.
Yep.
Never longer than 2 or 3 weeks. Okay. So never longer than 2 or 3 weeks do I want you to cut back down to 1,800 calories or so and then come back out of it. Every time you come back out of it, try and come at a little bit higher calorie than what you were before and play that game. Just keep doing that until you can get to a point where you're like, I can eat 2,800 calories and I'm maintaining this weight.
That's amazing.
That means that we had built a bunch of muscle in that process that has now sped your metabolism up, that your body needs that many calories just to sustain. That is a massive win.
That's incredible.
That is a massive win. And
Yeah,
that's a great goal.
You were at 1,800 calories. What were you eating? What were your calories when you were losing the 100 pounds? What did you bring them down to?
It was, I mean, I didn't really count. I kind of just got aggressive and eliminated a lot of the crap I was eating, processed food, nasty carbohydrates, pastas, things like that. And just kind of, I didn't really dial it in until I started training for the triathlon and, I need to have, more weight to lose and everything else. And it wasn't until I actually started listening to you guys that I'm like, wait a minute, I want muscle. I need to lift more weights. And I'm not an idiot in the gym. I've lifted here and there, but nothing like I'm doing now. I was just afraid of gaining the weight, of course, even though I was eating healthy, but there was nothing happening. And so then I heard you guys, slowly reverse. I'm like, oh man, all right, finally I pulled the trigger and I'm like, I'm just going to do it. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? I just go back and it's been working beautifully. So thank you.
It works. It works.
For that advice. It really does work. It's insane.
How would you feel about following MAPS Powerlift as a workout?
Yeah, I'll give it a try. I mean, I do have some shoulder issues that have slowly been going away with some of the working out I've been doing with anabolic and the mobility and anabolic advance. So that's helpful. But yeah, I mean, that sounds great.
All right, then I'm open. Do you have MAPS Prime Pro?
Wait, no, I don't. I have, what, is that a program?
Yes.
One of the programs?
Yeah, so I'll send you,
I don't have that.
I'm going to send you both Powerlift and Prime Pro. Use the mobility movements in Prime Pro for your shoulder and follow MAPS Powerlift and continue on this process. It's going to be amazing.
All right. Well, Thank you, guys. I appreciate your time.
Are you in our forum?
I'm not.
Okay,
no.
I want you in our forum more than anything else. I want you in there, and I just want you to check back with me once a month. Check in with me once a month and let me know where we're at calories, how you're feeling, where your mind's at. I'll keep you on the right track.
Awesome.
All right.
All right. Sounds great. Thanks, guys. I appreciate your work and appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you. I love hearing that.
She's doing so good.
I love hearing that.
So
reversed her type 2.
So good.
I mean, incredible.
I mean, she's made a massive transformation already, and she's cut out the cardio, increased the calories, reversed diabetes. I mean, fuck, are you kidding me right now?
The worst thing she could do.
Oh, yeah. No way. If she was my client, I would never let her do that right now. Never.
That'll throw everything backwards.
No
way.
No. We're not ready. We're not ready.
It takes a bit of the wind out of the sails, but that's the right advice.
Yeah. No, she needed to hear that. I mean, there was something that drove her to triathlons, which was a bad decision back then. Yeah. Right. So, but I love that she pieced that together and got rid of that and look at the wins that she's having right now. She's now, whatever was in her head that made her think the triathlon is the same thing
for physique.
Yeah. Same thing. It's like just a different modality, but it's like the same, like you don't need to do that right now. You're doing the right thing. Stay the course.
Look, are you a hard gainer? Check out our free hard gainer guide, mindpumpfree.com. Also, find us on Instagram. Justin is at mindpumpjustin. I'm at mindpumpdestefano. Adam is at mindpumpadam.